Have you ever seen Wawrinka blasting a 90-mile-per-hour backhand down the line? How about Nadal chasing down a drop shot from 6 feet behind the baseline and wonder, how do these pros generate so much explosive power? Call it what you want, agility, speed, power, strength, but there's one specific style of training that is especially good at developing this sheer explosiveness. And that, my friends, is called plyometrics. If you want to get right into our top 8 plyo exercises, just skip over to this time right here in this video. But if you watch the full video, you're going to know exactly how the pros train for explosive strength that doesn't make you slow down on the court, how plyometrics can drastically get you in shape for a high-level tennis, and how I personally incorporate the plyometrics exercises into my own training routine. And as well as that, my top 8 favorite plyometric exercises that you can take out onto the court right now after watching this video. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, it's a given that your ability to execute these powerful shots and get to your opponent's shots really quickly is one of the key aspects of having a really dominant tennis game. So while your opponents continue, tweaking their technique in hopes to just add a few miles per hour to their strokes, try out-training them with a little fitness and you'll have the ultimate edge over your opponents. So countless studies have shown that plyometrics exercises is that training that you need to improve your power, your speed, muscle strength, agility, and balance, just to list a few. So first of all, what is plyometrics? Simply put, plyometrics, or plyo for short, is a short type of training that focuses on the muscles to generate the most amount of force in the shortest possible time. So in one of our previous videos, Tennis Forehand Power, which I'll link in the description below, we explained the concepts of the stretch and shortening cycle, where just like a rubber band, your muscles are able to store and then release energy once they're stretched apart, and then they're contracted. And plyometrics is all about how much and how quickly you can generate this force. So sometimes we incorporate plyos with a little bit of cardio to make this high intensity interval training style training. But if you want us to make a video on HIIT, as they call it, or conditioning or any other cardio routine, then just let us know in the comments and we'll absolutely make a video on that. Now moving on, here are a couple of precautions before we get into these exercises here. So first, I want you to make sure that you warm up, because especially in plyometrics training, you're really gonna want to avoid any injury. I'll make sure to leave our warm-up video right in the description, and also if you aren't fully recovered from any injury that you might have, don't try these just yet. And finally, if you have been on a little bit of a hiatus and you need to get back in the groove of things, then you might want to focus on a little bit of foundational strength training before you get into these plyometrics exercises. Just start these exercises out slow, even if you're a little bit more advanced, and you can always start to ramp up the intensity as you go forward. So the first exercise, it's called the speed skate hurdle hop. Here, you're gonna hop over a hurdle or a bench, land on one foot, cross the other leg behind, and maintain balance. As you get used to this, you can start hopping further and you can start hopping higher. Do this about 10 times each with a total of 20 hops. The next one is the medicine ball overhead throw. Now this one is gonna give you a lot more power on your serves and your overheads. So first, hold the medicine ball and get into the trophy pose of the serve, just like this. Now you're gonna hold the medicine ball instead of a racket, and make sure to bend your knees and tilt to the side that you're holding the ball with. You should feel a stretch on this side of your obliques. Now quickly, I want you to contract the stretched side of the body while extending the arm and throwing the ball as high as you possibly can. Do these around 10 times, and also, in order to avoid any muscular imbalance, just try doing the other side a couple of times. Now next is the sprinter pop and stick. For this one, you're gonna contract the quadriceps and hop really high. Make sure you wanna keep a good posture and make sure not to let the front knee bend beyond your toes when you land. And also you can do these about 10 times and then switch your legs. The next one is called the medicine ball side throw. It's more like one of the tennis moves and it involves cardio workout a little bit as well. Now you're gonna need 1 or 2 partners for this drill, so go ahead and get your coach or your hitting partner for this one. And then you're gonna wanna stand on the baseline at the center. with your partner standing at each of the places holding a medicine ball. As the partner on the right throws the ball toward the baseline, you can dash and catch the ball like this, and then coil, uncoil, and throw the ball right back to your partner. And then you can use different footwork patterns for this and really start to simulate the footwork that you use for your forehands. Then I want you to cross over with your outer foot and dash back to the other side as the second partner throws the ball, or the same partner throws the ball to another spot on the court like you see here. Now you can catch the ball, coil, uncoil, and throw the ball back to the partner like the form you would when you hit a backhand shot. So do these about 10 times on each side. Next, single leg deadlift hops. This is gonna help you to maintain balance, especially for your running shots. So I want you to hop straight up on your right foot immediately, bending the right knee a little bit. Now start to lift yourself a little bit with the bent knee, and then after landing on the right foot, extend the back leg while bringing the upper body horizontal to the ground. So parallel to the ground, and bring the left knee forward and start to hop again. Do these about 10 times and then switch the leg. Now last but certainly not least is the drill I call the power drop. So for this one, you're gonna be having your partner stand over you while you lie down on the floor on a mat with a medicine ball over your head. Now this might sound dangerous, and it is, so I definitely advise that you be careful on this one. You're basically going to have them drop the ball, and then you're gonna catch the ball, bend your elbows, and then push it back up so that the partner can catch it. You can do this about 10 times until your chest starts to feel a little bit tired. This is basically going to work on the stretch and shortening of your chest muscles as well as the frontal deltoids. Now, agility is the ability to respond to the stimulus and move rapidly by changing direction or velocity. So it's really crucial in tennis because outside of serves, you're constantly responding to balls left and right, and you're reading your opponent's shots and you have to be ready to respond. So here are some plyometrics exercises that is gonna help you to improve a lot of your agility. So this first one I call the X hop. So you're gonna draw an X or a plus sign by using either tape or chalk. And you wanna make it large enough so that your foot can be in each of the sections that you made. Now, I do recommend that you don't use sticks because you might accidentally land on them and twist your ankles, and that wouldn't be good. Having said that, number each section and stand on one of them. And then you're gonna hop with one foot to the number that your partner calls out. And you can do this for about 30 seconds and then switch the foot after 15 seconds. As you get better, or if you're already used to this kind of exercise, you can start to increase the total time to 1 minute and switching the foot after every 30 seconds. Now make sure your partner calls out the next number as soon as you land on one foot. That way you can minimize the ground contact time and maximize your reaction time. And drill number 2, the step down and crazy catch. Now I call this the crazy catch because you're gonna be using an agility ball. So stand on a box or a bench about 1 foot high and face away from your partner. Your partner is gonna stand about 15 feet away from the box or the bench, and they're gonna throw the crazy ball in the air toward you while calling go. Then you're gonna turn around and then step down from the box or the bench, landing on the ground with your bent knees at your athletic height and your ankles. And then you can run toward the crazy ball after it hits the ground and catch it, hopefully on its first or second bounce. Now the first step is very important in this exercise, the first step right after you land. So make sure that this is going in the appropriate direction. As you can probably tell, agility requires the ability to recognize and respond to stimulus very rapidly and appropriately. So athletes, you learned. Now go out to the court and really apply these drills into your game to make them real. And I also want you guys to record yourself doing these drills and make sure to post them on Instagram with the hashtag LearnApplyWin. That'll let me know how to upload more fitness videos just like this in the future. And as always, go out and train hard. See you in the next video.